السلام عليكم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله بعد. Brothers and sisters, I am delighted to be here tonight to be with you. And I want to be honest with you. I'm not on no timetable. I ain't saying I'm going to finish in a couple minutes. I'm not even saying I'll be finished by Isha. I'm not even saying I'll be finished by midnight. I ain't on no timetable. So I want to let you know that. If you get tired, get up, get some water, but sit back down. I asked Allah, by the way, you notice I take the mic. I am a nightmare for the cameraman. They can never keep up with me. Watch this. See them? Look at them. See? I do that on purpose. Keep them fit. I was asked tonight to speak about Muslims created to serve humanity. Truthfully, it's deeper than that. When we understand our role as Khalifa, more than serving humanity, you'll come to see, inshallah. I'm going to base my talk on one hadith that, in my opinion, first of all, muttafaqun alayh, is al-Bukhari hadith, is Muslim hadith. To me, is a hint on global warming 1400 years ago. Our Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, was a magnificent teacher. He used so many ways to get our attention and teach us a lesson. Mur alayhi bi janazatin. A janazah passed him by. And he simply say, Mustarihun a mustarahun minhum. That's all he said. And something about the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, and Shabir will bear witness to this. He said words to draw you in. He knows you're going to respond. Out of the blue, Mustarihun wa mustarahun minhum. They said, Ya Rasulullah, ma al-mustarihu wa musrahu minhu. That person who died is either relieved or someone is relieved from him. Why do you want to stay here in this dunya? Really? People spend all their lives trying to get dunya. And they don't want to let it go. But a believing slave, when he dies, he's relieved from the difficulties of this life. And I'm telling you, it's full of difficulties. Who wants to be old? The old people tell me that they don't like to be old. So I don't know. I'm just saying what they say. I don't know nothing about that. And this is why the Prophet, he made dua, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min harami. I seek refuge with Allah from old age or the effects of old age, being senile. And the older you get, you're going to find out you're going to start forgetting things. You're going to start looking different. You're going to start getting gray hair. That's just the way it is. So Allah, He teaches us through His Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wa salam, إذا دخل أهل الجنة الجنة ينادي مناد فإنهم إن لهم أن تحيا فلا تموت أبدا. It is for you to live and never die. Who wants to live in a world where you're waiting to die? Some people, they sit on the corner waiting for death to claim them. Living in a world that you know your mother and father are going to die, your grandparents are going to die, your uncles and your aunts are going to die, your husband is going to die, your wife is going to die, your children is going to die, your imams, your scholars are going to die. Everybody, kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut, everybody's going to die. Why do you want to live in a world like that? Why do you want to live in a world where you always got to go to the hospital, the emergency room? Why do you want to live in a world where you lose your sight? 39 million people blind. Why do you want to live in a world where there's misery? So for a believer, when he dies, he's relieved from the difficulty and the hardships of this life. For the wicked person, when they die, human beings, al-ibad wal-balad, the land, was-shajara, the trees, and dawab, and the animals are relieved from that person. Why is it that everything is relieved from that person? Because the human beings, as Dr. Jamal Badawi have said rightly, لَقَدْ قَرَمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ, human beings are unbelievable. You get in a plane and you fly around the world and you see what man has done. Look here. Look what man has done. Air conditioner, iPad, homes, all of the things that man has made, the science and all of that. Human beings did that. Some of them good, some of them bad. And so either you're going to have to ask yourself, you relieved or the world is relieved from you. Native Americans, you call them Indians, have a great respect for the earth. They're known for that. And brothers and sisters, if I have time to show you how some people have destroyed our environment, destroyed the earth and the waters. And Allah hints in the Quran, ظهر فساد في البر والبحر بما كسب الناس. Corruption has appeared in the land and the sea because of what man's hands have earned. We have done it. We have corrupted the sea. Radiation all throughout the world. Radiation accidents. Because of man. This is the power that Allah has given to man. If you study World War II, you will find, you know how many people died in World War II? 65 million people died in World War II because of man. Man did it. So now the question is, what the Muslim going to do? Dr. Jamal, I'm in New York City right now. In my airport, LaGuardia Airport, they're doing major renovations. Major. And whenever I see the sign, they say, pardon the appearance. We are renovating to better serve you tomorrow. And wallahi, when I look at the Muslims and look at our condition, if you want to be real, tonight, permission to be honest with you, to speak the truth, even though it may be painful, permission. Or if you prefer, I give you a nice soothing sermonette on how to make wudu. It's up to you. give it to you raw. When you think about Egypt, when you think about Syria, think about Yemen, think about Iraq, think about Palestine, go on and on and on and on. You ask yourself the question, what's going on with the Muslims? And you may be tempted to say, blame Islam, rather than to blame us. So the question tonight is, what are we going to do? I don't believe in just giving talks, or we don't believe in just giving talks, to hear ourselves talk. No, we want something to happen. Allahumma inni a'udhuka min ilmin la yanfa'u. I seek refuge with Allah from knowledge that doesn't benefit. We want you to benefit from what we talk about here. Now, young man, I need you. Come here for a second. Yeah. You will learn the lesson that whenever Imam Siraj gives a talk, don't sit in the front row. Because this is going to be the result. I'm going to ask you a question. Let's see if you get it right. All of the creatures on the earth, how many species we don't even know. Which creature on the earth is the largest creature known to man? Yes?
I would say elephant.
Very good. Have a seat. Elephant. Go ahead. I'll tell you about your elephant. I heard someone say it. It's the blue whale. The blue whale. From that wall to that wall, some 100 feet long, weighing 200 tons, with a tongue the size of an elephant, and the heart the size of an automobile, lived to be 85 years. So Allah put it in the Quran like this. وَمَا مِن دَابَةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ إِلَّا اللَّهُ رِزْقُهَا. There is not a creature on the earth except Allah has taken it upon himself to give it its sustenance. So the blue whale, like everything else, has to eat to live. If they don't eat, they die. And what does the blue whale eat? They eat a shrimp-like animal called krill. And how many krill do they eat a day? 40 million krill, weighing 4 tons. Who feeds it? Who feeds the blue whale? Allah. All of the animals, Allah feed it. I'm going to bring you back again, man. I'm going to give you another shot. Come on up here. See, I do this all night long. Okay, I'm giving you another shot, okay?
All right.
Okay. Nervous?
A little bit.
Are you married?
No.
Would you like to get married?
Inshallah.
Would you like to get married tonight? Oh. All right. I'm going to ask you a question. I know you don't know the answer to it, but I'm going to ask you about my country, America. I want you to speculate how many pounds of food does the average American eat a year? In 1 year, I want you to speculate, guess, approximately how many pounds of food does the average American eat every year?
Well, I was born in Holland, so I only know kgs.
Okay. Give me a kg.
In a year, one person?
Yes.
I would say around 100 kg.
100 kg. How many pounds is that? 200 pounds? Sit down, man. I don't know if I get you right tonight. I don't know. That's 2 strikes already. Now, someone converted for me. The average American eats 1,996 pounds a year, almost a ton. Amazing. A ton of food, the average person, a year. In Europe, in most European countries, the average person drinks 375 liters of water a day. In America, 575 liters of water a day. In UK, the average person uses 50 liters of water a day to flush their toilet. And yet there are people in countries, especially in Africa, who live off of 10 liters of water a day. I didn't say they drink 10 liters a day. I said they use it. They use it to drink, to wash their bodies, to wash their clothing, to wash their utensils. So the question is, the one who feeds the whale, what about the human beings? Allah's great creature that Sheikh Jamal Badawi say Allah has honored them. What about them? Ask your question. Are there people on this earth that die of starvation? Yes? Not enough food to eat? Yes? Not enough water to drink? Yes? Well, I thought Allah takes upon the responsibility to feed everything, every animal. What happened to man? It's going to come down to this verse. He, la tus'alu, he will not be questioned, but they will be questioned. La tus'alu amma yaf'alu wa hum yus'alun. Yes. Allah not going to be questioned. You're going to be questioned. And this is the crux of what I want to say. First, I got good news for you. And I'm going to warn you, I'm going to follow up with some bad news. Allah knows that we're going to mess up. So he told the Prophet ﷺ, told Abu Dhar and Mu'adh bin Jabir, اتق الله حيثما كنت وأتبع السيئة حسنة تمحوها. Follow up a bad deed with a good deed, it will wipe it out. Follow up a bad deed with a good deed, it will wipe it out. So many of us have done so many bad things, but Allah the Almighty has blessed us that we can come back and we can ask Allah's forgiveness and we can do some good things and we can wash out the bad things. Isn't that good news? Yeah. But we got a problem. The bad news is that bad deeds can wash out good deeds. Congratulations. I know people in masjids, brothers who come to the masjid every prayer. You see him in Fajr. You see him in Isha. You see him all the time. Prayer. You know, every once in a while, if you read the Quran carefully, read Hadith, you will see that there are some conversations with the people of Jannah and the people of the hellfire. ما سلككم في سقر ما سلككم في سقر. Why are you there in the hellfire? قالوا لم نكن من المصلين. We're not those who used to make salat. What? What? You a Muslim? Yeah, I'm a Muslim. Do you make prayer? No, but I believe. Are you a Muslim? Yes, I'm a Muslim. Do you fast in Ramadan? No, I don't really fast in Ramadan, but you can't take away from me my belief. So man came to the Prophet ﷺ, he wants to know about Islam. And the Prophet said, Khamsa salawat. He said, هَلْ عَلَيَّ غَيْرُهُنَّ? غَيْرُهُنَّ, is there anything more than the 5 prayers a day? قَالَ لَا إِلَّا أَن تَطَوَّعَ. No, except what's extra. And then the Prophet ﷺ said, Siyamu shahru Ramadan. Qala, hal alayya ghayruhu? Is there anything more than this Ramadan fast? Qala, la illa an tutawwa. Except what is extra. And then the Prophet mentioned zakat. And the man said, hal alayya ghayruha? Is there anything more? Qala, la illa an tutawwa. Except what is extra. And the man, he turned around and walked and said, Wallahi, la azidu ala hadha wa la anqusu minhum. Swear by Allah, I will neither increase it nor decrease it. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أفلح إن صدق. If he's telling the truth, he will be successful. Imagine going to the masjid every day to make all your prayers. Imagine there's brothers in my masjid, I'm sure here, who fast every Thursday, Monday and Thursday. Some of you fasted Dawood every other day. Even though you don't have to do it, you want to do it. You want to do it to please Allah. You did good. Congratulations. You did good. But I warn you, be careful. When Allah says in Quran, مَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, I have not created the jinns and humans except to worship me. And so sometimes, because we make all of these prayers, you know, we may think that we got it made. 3 things I want to remind you of. Number 1, you got to make sure you're making a prayer right. A man comes into the masjid and he makes salah and goes to the Prophet ﷺ and said, Assalamu alaikum ya Rasulullah. The Prophet, he says, Wa alaikum salam farjit fasalli fa innaka lam tusalli. Go back and pray, for you have not prayed. So the man, he goes back, he prays again. Says, Assalamu alaikum ya Rasulullah, wa alaikum salam, farjit fasalli, fa innaka lam tusalli. Go back and pray, for you have not prayed. And the 3rd time, and the man said, Ya Rasulullah, I know no prayer better than this. So number 1, you have to make sure you do it right. Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli, pray as you see me pray. Number 2, you have to have the right niyyah. Munafiqun, hypocrites, they pray too. Their prayer may even look better than our prayer. So you have to make sure that, oh, you know, I'm doing this for Allah. How many of you heard of the group called Native Deen? Sheikh, you know Native Deen? MashaAllah. Yeah. MashaAllah. That's amazing. The native, Sheikh Jamal, you heard of Native Deen? Allah Akbar. Shabir, what is Shabir? You heard of Native Deen? Imam Siraj's favorite group is Native Deen. No, it's true. If you look on their record album, they will say Imam Siraj's favorite group. And my favorite song, Shabir, tonight I'm going to ask you to sing it. My favorite song is Intentions. See, Sister Noah, I can see by the expression. Are you doing it for Allah? What are your intentions? So you want to make sure that your intention is right, you want to make sure that you're doing it right, and you want to make sure that you're doing it. But that's only part of it. I want you to imagine every time you make a salat, you take a gold coin and put it in your bag. And you take a gold coin and put it in your bag. And you take a gold coin and put it in your bag, and carrying all this gold around, all these prayers on the one hand, and on the other hand, there's a hole in the bag. And every time you take a step, that gold leaves the bag, and by the time you get to your destination, ain't no gold left. This is what I want to talk about for the next couple of minutes. I'm almost finished. How many of you ever heard of the historian, the British historian, Arnold Toynbee? Arnold J. Toynbee. Never heard of him? Sure? Yeah. Now, he wrote a book, 12 volumes, History of the World. You don't have to read it. The only one who has to read it is Shabir Ali. Thousands of pages. I'm going to summarize one or two things that he said. Powerful. One, he said, civilizations aren't murdered, they commit suicide. Civilizations aren't murdered, they commit suicide. Cigarette smoking is one of the greatest signs of suicide. The World Health Organization said that if the nations of the world do nothing about it, by the end of the 21st century, 1 billion people would have died as a result of smoking cigarettes. You hear what I'm saying? How could you say you care about the people and you know that they're dying with cigarettes? No Muslim should be smoking cigarettes. No Muslim. It's suicide. And even you say, yo, Imam, is good for them because, you know, they shouldn't be smoking. Every year in the United States, some 50,000 people die from secondhand smoke. They're not smoking cigarettes. Their mother and father smoking cigarettes. And they're a child and they're being affected by the smoke from their mother and their father. Alcohol. You young Muslims want to run, go drink some alcohol. You crazy? There's a Muslim store in New York. I go get my newspapers. I go there every week, a few times. And one day, I'm in the store and I read a sign that I never noticed before. It's a Muslim store. The workers are Muslims. It said, no alcohol sold here. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Do they Muslims sell alcohol at Muslim stores in Canada? Yep. A little bit. Dr. Jamal? I said, man, that's good. No alcohol sold here. But when I read it a little closer, it said, no alcohol sold here on Sundays. Before 2 p.m. If you're going to serve humanity, you have to care about the people. One day in a hotel in California, the Doubletree Hotel, in every room there's a card and there was a note that when you care, it shows. And I would argue that when you don't care, it shows. The question before us tonight, I'm sure Dr. Shabir Ali didn't hear his presentation, Dr. Jamal, have dealt with our work as da'i. You see, we have to ask this question here in Birmingham. Do you really care about the people? I'm talking about the non-Muslims. Do you really care about them? For me, I don't know about no other speaker. I have have no criticism of no non-believer, no non-Muslim. I don't have not one criticism for whatever they do. They can do whatever they want to do as long as we haven't given them the truth. How dare you criticize them? And you had gone to them to give a hand and say, let me help you. That's the job. That's the job of the Muslims. And this Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, is different from every other prophet. قُلْ أَيُّهَا النَّاسِ إِنِّي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ إِلَيْكُمْ جَمِيعًا. I am the messenger of Allah to all of you. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, in a Walmart. Have you ever heard of Walmart? Do you have it here? You don't have it. Okay. It's okay. So I'm in a Walmart, and a Chinese man comes to me and he says, Assalamu alaikum. The first thing I noticed about him and his wife and his daughter, none of them had any sign of being a Muslim. He didn't have a bed, he didn't have a kufi, he didn't have a, kameez, and she didn't have a khimar, the daughter didn't have a khimar. And they said to me, Assalamu alaikum. Should I return it? You bet. You bet. Why? Because someone asked the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, Ayu Islam khayr? Taqru salam ala man arafta wa man lam ta'rif. Tut'imu ta'am wa taqru salam. The best is to give salams to those whom you know and you don't know, to feed the people. So I gave him salams. And then he said to me, I am a Muslim from China. Can you tell me where I can get halal food? So you want to judge him. Already you want to judge him. He ain't nothing. He's not even worthy of your salams, even though the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, said, Haqqu Muslimi ala Muslim khams. Raddu salam. The right of a Muslim is 5. And the first thing he mentioned, return the salam. Why are you not going to give him salams? I'm not Muslims like that. I'm telling you, I'm like, listen, I still feel like a new Muslim. So when I see Muslims in the street, on the subway, in the plane, I say, Assalamu alaikum. Hey, give me the salams. What? Like it's, what's the matter with you? So I said, you know what? I will find out for you where you can get halal food. Give me your name and your number. And he said, my name is Jonathan. So I said to him, your name is not Jonathan. He's from China. He started laughing. He said, you're right. He said, my real name was something like this. I said, oh, Jonathan. We still stay in contact. Now, I have his cell number. Occasionally, we stay in contact. But see, brothers and sisters, our job ain't to judge. We leave it up to the judge. He's the one that's going to judge us and judge them and judge the degree of our faith and all of that. Number 2, Arnold Toynbee said this. He said, of the 22 civilizations that appeared, listen carefully, 19 of them collapsed when they reached the moral state that the United States is in today. I'm going to say it again. He's from UK. Of the 22 civilizations that appeared, 19 of them collapsed when they reached the moral state that the United States is in now. He died in 1975, which means it's worse now. And the last one I'm going to read to you, and I wanted to read it because I don't want you to think I'm making this stuff up. What's his name? What's his name?
Toynbee.
What's the guy's name?
Arnold Toynbee.
Arnold Toynbee. You think you're gonna get his book? Seriously, Dominic. You might get it.
Thank you. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Now, in my conclusion, I'm almost finished. I'm trying to wrap it up. I'm going to say what he said. And if I said what he said, you would dismiss me and say, Imam Siraj, you are saying that because you're Muslim, you're biased. He's not a Muslim. He's not a Muslim, so he doesn't have any horses in the race, if you know what I mean. Listen to what he said, Arnold Toynbee. The solution to all international conflicts lie only in embracing Islam en masse, because Islam is the only religion that can transcend nationalism. I see with great dismay that nationalism is gaining ground even among the bearers of the Quran. I will hope for the day when all humanity will break this idol and unite as the children of God. He has faith in Muslims to do it. You know why? Because we ain't into no nationalism. Can I be frank? I'm an Aswad. In case you didn't know this. I'm an Aswad. You know what that means? It means I'm black. And I love being black. I can't wait to wake up every day black. My black skin, my kinky hair, thick lips. But ask me why. Because Allah created you in the womb as He pleased. If Allah pleased to make me black, I'm happy to be black. And I know for a fact, not one black person will be in Jannah because they're black. Not one white person will be in hell because they're white. And Allah Ta'ala la yanduru ila asamikum wa la ila suwarikum wa lakin yanduru ila qulubikum wa amalikum. Allah don't look at your bodies or your form. You're so ignorant. You put people down because they're women. You put people down because they're black. You put people down because they're white. You put people down because they're from the West. You put people down because they're from America. You put people down for little simple reasons that have nothing to do with Islam. No, man. Now you have to help me, right? Dr. Jamal Badawi, he speaks Arabic fluently. I'm just a little miskin. I barely speak English. So, I want you to help me. I'm going to name a prophet in Arabic. You tell me the name in English. Can we do that? Musa. Moses. Do you know any Muslims with the name Musa? Raise your hand. Look around. Look around. Look. Harun. Aaron. Do you know Muslims with the name Harun? Good. Isa. Jesus. Do you know Muslims with the name of Isa? Look around. Sulaiman. Solomon. Dawood. Zachariah. Yunus. Yusuf. Do you know Muslims with these names? Every one of these prophets that I named, we love them, we honor them, and every one that I just named is from Beni Israel. Every one of them, Beni Israel, because Allah has sent prophets for every nation. We ain't hung up with where they come from. We're not hung up with the language that they speak. We're not hung up with that. Muslims are special if we remain how Allah created us to be. We are servants for everybody, servants for humanity. If Allah could reward a prostitute for giving water to a dog, punish a woman for mistreatment of a cat, what will Allah do when we feed, clothe, give water to his slaves? Martin Luther King Jr. said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? That's my question to you. We sit comfortably with our 50, meters of water, flushing, eating, all of that, while people starve. ما سلككم في سقر قالوا لم نكن نطعم مسكين. We were not those who fed the poor. What? I went to Kenya last year. One of the best things I ever did in my life. We went to the homes of orphans. A young girl, their room, their home, they invite us into their home. Literally, their home is about this size. That's their home, right? So I went inside. All of them had a bed. Some had a bed and a chair. I said, where's the kitchen? Ain't no kitchen. Where's the bathroom? Ain't no bathroom. You got to go to the community bathroom. So we were there building wells. Can you imagine when the people saw us with the wells and they came? Some of them have to go miles to go to get water. Allah blessed us to bring doctors to help them with their eyesight. Operations that cured whatever they had immediately. So this is a question tonight. What are we going to do? We comfortable. I want us to do two things. Number one, I want us to be committed to go to these people and teach them, even if they reject you, you do your job. Why I say that? I believe many times when people know better, they do better. Not always. What's my evidence? The Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, said that there was a prophet that was beaten by the people so much, he wiped the blood from his face and said, Allahumma ikfir li qawmi fa innahum la ya'lamun. Oh Allah, forgive my people because they don't know. What prophet taught the longest? Noah. How long did he preach? 950 years, night and day. Night and day, every day, 950 years. And Yom Al-Qiyamah, you know what Allah going to ask Noah? Hal balagta? Did you convey the message? Qala na'am, ay Rabb, yes. Allah don't stop there. He go to the people. Hal balagakum? Did he deliver the message? قالوا لا, no one came. And Allah will ask Noah, who will bear witness for you? He will say, Muhammad wa ummatahu. Muhammad and his ummah, and we will bear witness, yes. Question, about how many people converted? 950 years, about how many people accepted the message of Noah? About 80. Are you kidding me? So who are you? Who you think you are? This is the last one. I'll give you an easy one now. What's your name?
Aman.
Huh?
Aman.
Aman? Good, good. I'm going to ask you a real simple question. Have you all heard of Las Vegas? Have you heard of Las Vegas? Now, I'm going to ask you a question. You got to tell us the truth. Okay? You promise us you're going to tell us the truth. Okay? Have you ever been to Las Vegas?
No.
Very good. You did good. You did good. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I've been to Vegas many times because they have many masjids in Las Vegas. The next time you go to Las Vegas, I want you to visit a masjid called Masjid Ibrahim. Masjid Ibrahim is famous because for the first time in the history of America, a masjid was built entirely by an American Muslim woman. Her name is Hasibullah, a pharmacist. Her husband had died. She invested her money and she said, I want to build a masjid and I don't want to have any fundraisers. And she went in her pocket and paid $3 million to build the masjid. I see Muslims in their communities, they spend money for masjids, schools. You should. Hardly nothing for da'wah. No budget for da'wah. I would like for us to start thinking about these people. It is it's so dangerous now. People have lost concepts of Allah the Creator. I want us to get back to that. Get back. Give at least your money for any group doing da'wah. Groups like Al-Hikmah, they do tremendous work. They deserve our support. Finally, I leave you with this advice. While good deeds erase bad deeds erase good deeds. Our teacher, the Prophet ﷺ, asked his companions, do you know what a muflis is? Sure. A muflis is one who don't have no money. He got no money, he got nothing. And the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, will say, a muflis is one who will come on Yawm al-Qiyamah. They did the salah. They fasted. They paid zakat. وَشَتَمَ هَذَا وَقَذَفَ هَذَا وَأَكَلَ مَالَ هَذَا وَسَفْكَ الدَّمَ هَذَا وَضَرَبَ هَذَا. But they, verbally abuse this person. You got the salat, but you're losing something. They, slandered this person, stole the wealth from that person, shed the blood of that person, beat that person. Allah will take their good deeds and give it to that person that they offended. And if you run out of good deeds, Allah will take their bad deeds, throw it on them, and then throw in the hellfire. That's the one with the bag of gold, ain't got nothing left. So be careful, brothers and sisters. May Allah bless you.